Hi there. If somebody asked me what is the biggest, most important event in relation to Ukraine that happened in last week or two, I would say Kazakhstan. No, not the war in Iran, which will, of course, impact the war in Ukraine because it pulls away attention from it and raises all prices. Not Operation Spiderweb, not bombing of the Kerch Bridge. Well, not even the US practically cutting its aid or NATO allies from Europe and, for example, Canada increasing their aid to Ukraine and supplying various packages. No, not that, even though it's also important. It's Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan, that weird country right under Russia in Central Asia. Now, why is that? Kazakhstan recently cut its supply of nitrocellulose and probably gunpowder to Orchistan and fired its pro-Russian Minister of Defense. Now, this might not seem to be important news, but I'll tell you why it is and why it's such a bombshell. Kazakhstan has been a long time ally of Russia, and it has been some. It has been basically reintegrated into it shortly after the collapse of Soviet Union, and it's because the country was too far away from Europe and mostly not cared about, and well, the cooperation started between the newly formed Orc Federation and Central Asian countries very shortly, and because they were so weak and yet so valuable for them, it was very easy to convince them, and basically there wasn't much of a conflict around this. And Kazakhstan, among other Central Asian countries, has been an enabler of Orc invasion of Ukraine for a long time, and it helped, for example, in sanction evasion and, of course, other things. And now it is basically cutting the ties with Orchistan. And if this used to be a pet, well, it's still kind of a pet, but the word pet is very important here because it has been basically a plant in Orchistan's garden because it didn't resist, it was just there silently helping. And now it's untethering itself from Orchistan and running away. And if a country that isn't exactly powerful, basically Kazakhstan is surprisingly empty and it doesn't have the exactly good army for such a small country compared to Orchistan, and now it's untethering away even though it was profiting from the invasion. That means Orchistan is very, very weakened. And even threats from Orchistan didn't help. Kazakhstan is basically untying itself and running away. And if a silent vassal of Orcs who can run away because it's not run by a dictator like Belarus with Lukashenko, that means Orcs are going down. So if you think these pricks are winning, they aren't. And this event that you could have probably overlooked only underlines it. Because if basically this could happen, if a country that's basically your important vassal that is by your side almost deliberately starts moving away from you, even though it benefits from this cooperation, it means that you're in serious trouble. So, big thumbs up to Kazakhstan for getting a brain, or at least upgrading it, and trust in Ukraine and keep supporting it, guys. We are in this together, and it's in our best interest to support Ukraine in every move it makes. See you next time.